$20, you throw it out. If you pay $75, I promise you, you're going to be careful now, and you're going to end up with whatever I told you to do, because you're going to make sure you take your time and you do what needs to be done. So my advice would be that you go out and you pay enough for the plant that you can, that you just don't walk out and say, well, you know, it didn't come out right. I just threw it in the garbage. And one of the things about cutting and pruning, I have paid $100 for a plant, and when I finished, I had more on the ground than I had in the plant, because I bought the plant maybe for one reason, the trunk, to get something out of that. One of the problems I think we ran into when we were pruning, we want to save all the growth, and then we keep backing off until one day we realize this plant is just too large for the place it's there. Now I got to cut the tree down and start all over again. So don't be afraid to prune, because it's always going to grow back. You know, you're going to always have, it's always going to grow back to the point that you can. And so the first thing you want to do is you just take the plant, you take the hedge trimmer and kind of even up. I haven't used a gas powered hedge, an electric. This is like, forget it, but I'm gonna try to do it today. I usually do it inside, but I'm so used to using the gas. One of the good things about it, let me tell you about a good hedge trimmer. If you have a hedge trimmer that has a stationary blade, and go out and buy yourself a good hedge trimmer, that's number one. Because hedge trimmers don't get dull. They develop too much clearance in between the blades. So you can take one that you pay $35, $40, or $60, $70 for. You take it to have the blade shop and come back, and in 15 minutes it's doing the same thing. That's because you got too much clearance in between the blades. Number one, if it has a stationary blade, that's no good. You want reciprocating blades. That means that both blades move, and it cuts like a pair of scissors. So instead of pulling the plant up against it and it pop back, then that means you got to cut a couple of times to get it even. You got a good reciprocating blade, one stroke, and you're good. See, and the other thing about when you get to the point, it's not really cutting, it's not cutting as sharp as you would like. That means there's too much clearance in between the blades. A good hedge trimmer has a adjustment screw, and you back off the lock nut, which will be on top. You tighten it as tight as you can, right? Then once you tighten it as tight as you can, there's a washer on the bottom. You back it off until you just can move that washer to give it enough clearance so when it runs it. I've never had a hedge trimmer shop, and I use them days at a time, and it's like you know, and it works. But a good hedge trimmer, gas costs about $4.50, but you can actually buy a good electric one with the same setup. Costs somewhere around $150. But in a lifetime, you're going to buy a good hedge trimmer and never use and never going to own one. If you go on out and buy one, pay $150 for it to start with, reciprocated blades and all that, it'll be tough. So now what I want to do is just start evening it up. All of you that really want to save all the growth, you must be just, ooh. But see, here all I want to do is kind of cut the circle around, and then I'll come back. Okay, now you see what happened, see this? Now, the nurseryman gave me a 3-minute lesson how to do this. And I took the 3-minute lesson and turned it into what you see I do today. So I'm giving you all about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, so that means I should come back here, not full of teeth. Then if it's not quite as, if you want a little more distance between it, then you just technique. Because now you don't want to take a chance and use the hedge trimmer and you end up cutting too much. This is about right. But so now I'm gonna do it, but then you could do one or two things. You could have a spiral, cut the spiral in there with the pom-pom. See what I mean? And so when I start here, what I'll do is start from the bottom because I want to cut. Okay, this is pretty even. But then even as it grows, you might decide you want to come on and you can do that later. But mainly because it's much easier to cut it later than to realize later that you cut too much. You see what I mean? You can't put it off, you can't put it back. But I mean, then once you get the plant done, then you can kind of really see how much symmetry it is, how much symmetry you want within the plant beside and all that. So the next thing we're doing is another way in order to keep it. What you do, you tie.
That's the hard part.
But I think this has.
You can loop it through that hole there too.
Oh yeah, this is what it should be. The other thing too is that you should always, when you're using equipment like this, you should always use safety glasses in the equipment. I remember as a kid, I would never mind it. So I'm not going to cut any more here because whoever get the plant and they decide how much work they want to do. If this is what you want, you just cut the top out of here. And that's it. If you want to add another separate it here, and when this gets falling up here, you create another. And that's the way it's done.
Now you'll trim that